Namaskar learners, welcome back to research ethics modules which is coming to an end. We will have another 5 or 6 modules again to show you. Now we are going to the practical aspects of research ethics where the ethical compromise is being done, how we will check it, how we will detect it, how we will catch it. Basically it is about plagiarism. Before that, let me tell you that a happy news that our course has received at least 200 examination registration, which is a good number. So I congratulate and thank you for registering for the examination. Hopefully you will all come out with the colorful result. Kindly go through my videos, our videos, and eat text, and also do the homework, objective questions which we are mentioning there. If you are following that, the examination will be like easy going for you. So come back to the topic again. So we have almost covered different aspects of ethics starting from, and in between we have moved to clinical research, animal ethics and all, and now we are coming back again in the academic writing. So when you have plagiarism or plagiarized content in the article, how will you detect it? Now I suggest you that go through some of the tools, and this module will be handled by introduction and other part will be done by me, Manoj Kumar, and my colleague Mrs. Subuhi Siddiqui will follow with the online tools. She will show you that which are the tools which you get free of cost, which are the tools which is paid, and all this common, what are the common features of all these tools. So let me talk about now how an article is checked for plagiarism. In this we need databases. From where people will copy, the possibility is that it's from the published articles, the peer reviewed article, or from the databases which is having lot of article abstracts. Then chances are there they may copy from any internet source. It could be Wikipedia, it could be other contented IRs, it could be website of many web organization or universities or colleges. So everybody tend to copy this data from available online sources. So what is the key for copying? It is Control-C for copying, and for pasting it is Control-V. So I will ask my students sitting here and there, the Control-C should be used judiciously, Control-V also should be used judiciously, because these are the keys we try to use technically to copy content from online resources. Now I will classify the resources into 3 areas mainly. One is the online peer reviewed journal database, that is the complete database. It could be paid one, many of them are paid resources such as Elsevier, Science, Taylor and Francis, Sprinklr, Emerald, JSTOR. So these are some of the paid resources, sometimes from the private publisher or sometimes the international publisher, sometimes from the society publications like University Press, Harvard University Press, AIU, kind of things. So this university resources or AIP, Association of Institution of Physics, AIP resources. So these are societal publications. Now in the society publication or this, which are already digitized and available. So we may tend to take. If you take without citing, that is plagiarism. But if you really want to take this content for writing an article, then it is not plagiarism. You can cite it, you can give a reference to this in the proper citation style, which we already discussed how to use it. So then you are not coming under the ambit of plagiarism. But if you are not citing, you forget to cite it or giving a misleading citation, that will create the plagiarism content in your article. Now one database is student database, internet database, and online paid resources. So student database is like whenever people are submitting for plagiarism check, many of this plagiarism software, they have the ability to check against the old paper submitted. So they have the facility to store or archive the paper you are submitting for plagiarism check. So it will be in millions and millions of paper. So this is one of the criteria for selecting a publication if you are really wanted the research publication content of student also to be part of the database. So many people tell that we have this many million papers, student paper, we have this many million paper. So student papers and internet content, if you look at it, is more than 45 terabillion data. You will see that billions and billions of pages there. So the figure you can see on the screen, which will tell that how much the software cover and this. So basically when you submit a document for plagiarism, any plagiarism software, they will track it, index it and try to submit the content with the archived content first and also go to the other resources. And if there is a mismatch, it will report from one source number 1, it is copied this one, source number 2, and overall they will add it up and give you a similarity report. Please understand the difference between similarity report and plagiarism. When a software give you a report on copied content, that's only a similarity report. So some of the software vendors that tell we don't report plagiarism, we give only similarity report. The plagiarism is to be decided by the research supervisor. Now that is one aspect of it. And the second aspect is that when you check all this paper, the similarity report will be passed on to the supervisor, not the student directly. So supervisor decide which is the ethical copy, means by citing you copied the content. So that kind of check is to be done by supervisor, and supervisor feel, oh, there are a lot of things which is not been cited and it comes in similarity report. So that overall plagiarism will be lesser than the similarity report. It is reported by avoiding the citation quotation. And what can be avoided? As per UGC, new notifications, following things can be avoided. Reference can be avoided, common data can be avoided, general knowledge can be avoided. Like India got independence in 1947, whom we are going to quote. So that need not be quoted, that need not be cited. So similarly, in your subject, whichever subject you belongs to, there will be some accepted common formula. When we are writing that, that is not to be quoted, cited. So it doesn't come under plagiarism. So even if the similarity report shows this kind of common data knowledge, you can still remove that in the software. And many software have that facility. A removal of the similarity report by tick mark. A link can be removed. So the content copied from that link will be, but that is to be applied very judiciously by the supervisor. So that's it. So I just once again tell you that the databases is one of the important component of a plagiarism detection software. And what is the second component? The second component is the report, the online interface the software provide. And what the third one? The percentage of similarity that one software can report. So best software will give you more similarity report, and the software which is just coming up will give less similarity report. So our session is not based on to tell you which is best tool, which is worst tool. Any tool which catches plagiarized content from an article is a good tool. It may sometimes there is no software in the world which is 100% perfect in similarity report. So whatever is available and the server is able to access, that is more important. Availability itself will not reflect. Whatever is available and whatever is able to be checked at the time of submission. So similarity report of same document in different times also may change because of this. Let us take an example. You give me a repository name to me, or you think about a repository name, or let me tell you that Shodh Ganga. If somebody copied content from Shodh Ganga, and when you are submitting the content for plagiarism checking, when we put Shodh Ganga for maintenance, maybe you will not get the content from Shodhganga, because no server or no provider or no vendor is able to index complete content, e-content into the database. It's a huge amount of work to archive content published in all over world. That's not possible. What they will do the priority on some of the resources which they will try to index. So some of the things will be checked online at the time of submission. So that's why if the second software submit the same article, that time Shodhganga is up, it will report that it is already. But so we cannot compare whether this software or this software is good based on the similarity report produced at certain point of time. The best technique is that try to avoid copying. If you try to copy, cite it. So our all research ethics we told. So the great mantra in academic writing is, when you are in doubt, cite it. That is what. When you are in doubt, cite it. This will be highlighted on the screen. When you are in doubt, quotation, cite it out so that you are not in trouble. So how much how many things you can cite, that is all been discussed already. Go back to that module where citation styles are required. So try to cite it. So I have given you an architectural view of how this is working. You can also see it from the animation which is created, the databases, the article which are in common format like Word, PPT, Excel, or any standard PDF. PDF is the common format. PDF should be also in a searchable PDF form. ASCII text should be there. When you cut and paste, it should be able to show the character in the other software as it is. If it is an image created PDF, the software will not work. So any format, I have given HTML, LaTeX, XML, any standard format which is available, many of the software support that. So in my colleague will talk you that which format is given in which software. She will also give you some of the few free online tools on plagiarism. I'll just list out few names. Before that, let me tell you that recently in 2019, September 21st, Ministry of HRD, Honorable Minister, launched a new project at Vigyan Bhavan, Delhi, in presence of all the education minister. That project is called Shodh Shuddhi. So Shodh Shuddhi page you can see here, Shodh Shuddhi. Shodh Shuddhi is a project which deals with the academic publication for enhancement of quality of the research by providing anti-plagiarism software to them. So we are giving an anti-plagiarism software. So 3-4 terms she may use or I may use or somebody will use. One is anti-plagiarism software or tools. Second one is plagiarism detection or software. So in short we called it as PDS, plagiarism. Now we renamed all the process of this project and all the tasks under one initiative, which is called Shodh Shuddhi. Shodh taken from Shodhganga, Shodh Gangotri, Shodh Sindhu. That Shodh is taken. It stands for research, and Shuddhi is the purification. So Shodh Shuddhi stands for purification of research by using a plagiarism detection software for the time being. The awareness, giving ethical talks, lectures, everything is included on that. And UGC notification says that that also is to be taken as a priority in this guideline to provide enough knowledge about the all process to the students by way of lecture or thing. So we will show some of the tools based on that. Under Shodh Shuddhi also we are using one tool. So the most popular paid softwares are called, one is called Turnitin, which has been used to extensively by many universities for long time. The other is one Urkun, which is from Sweden, which we have selected for 1,000 universities under Shodh Shuddhi project. Then you can have free tool. You can buy credit and use this kind of tool. One is called Viper. Viper was quite free for some time. It's a free tool. It is available from Scan My Essay. And Plag Checker, Dupli Checker, Plag Scan, Plagiarisma, and all these are some of the tools which you are going to see. So keep tuned yourself for this week module. and learn about it. We will start on giving one tool extensively training. We will also show you how to upload an article into that and getting the report. We will show you how similarity reports are appearing. All this will be taken in the next part. So, thank you very much for patiently tuning to me for this video, and keep in touch for learning more about use of plagiarism tools, which include paid as well as free tools. Thank you.